Hello and welcome to this video, not from my apartment, but from a much nicer place, Babylon Village, here at Argyle Lake Park. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'll try to talk as loud as I can because I know how bad this phone can be sometimes when it comes to picking up audio. I will eventually get a new phone, though I am a big procrastinator, and I've said that a million times, so I have to do it soon. So anyway, in this video we're going to talk, today is September 12th, the day after September 11th. And remember how we all got along after September 11th? Remember the unity that we had, the love? Because September 11th affected a lot of people and affected all kinds of people, from firemen, police officers, finance professionals, blue-collar workers. All kinds of people were affected by September 11th, and it claimed 3,000 innocent lives and then more lives later from the diseases from all the dust, the toxic dust from September 11th. And I know I made a video yesterday about it because I felt that a lot of people, they just weren't really taking it seriously as it should be. And I feel that September 11th should be a a federal holiday. How come Juneteenth is a federal holiday, but not September 11th? Seems a little ridiculous to me. Anyway, we all have to try to remember those days. And look, I'm somebody who, we're going to talk a little bit about crime. We're going to talk a little bit about, it'll be about a 15-minute video. We're going to talk a little bit about crime. We're going to talk a little bit about the election, obviously. And look, I feel Trump would be a disaster for this country, all right? My opinion on Donald Trump has not changed. As far as those who support him, well, I disagree with them strongly. But please don't hate them. We don't want to see hate. We don't want to see violence. I did have a discussion with the Belmore Patriot Organization today, again, because they were trying to say that, look, I'll give them their credit. I'll give them the credit. They said it was a mistake that they put the Trump flags up. They couldn't find the right flags yesterday. Like, maybe they don't take September 11th as seriously as I think they should, but they don't hate them, all right? I'm just saying, we don't want to see violence against them. We don't want to seeing that ambulance there. I don't know what happened. It was some kind of accident. I didn't ask too many details, but it was some kind of accident, and we don't want to see any kind of violence toward anyone over this election. That's really what I'm scared of at this point, is violence. I'm terrified of violence. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see, remember the insurrection, and then the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. That's horrible, horrible stuff. We don't want to see this kind of violence in this country. This is not a place for this. We've had school shootings. We're having so much violence going on across the country because people can't get along. And the days after September 11th, that horrific act that not only claimed all those lives, but also some absolutely beautiful buildings. The replacement for World Trade Center, I feel, will never come close to the original. I love the Twin Towers, all right? They took that away from us, but you know what? They're not going to take away, we should not let them take away our unity as a country, for this country to succeed. And we have different views of how we get there, obviously. And look, I'm very, especially after the debate and after seeing Donald Trump's performance. And this is the thing, they agreed. The people I spoke with actually agreed that Donald Trump did poorly in that debate. And yeah, it is documented. We did document the discussion we had. However, at this time, I'm not going to be putting up any videos of it. All right, and I hope they don't either, because I mean, they can if they want, but they can, then I may. But at this point, look, I don't agree with them. All right. And I feel it is my right to document what they've done, the rallies they have there. However, I want to make clear that documenting, I want to make it clear that I've always meant to document it. I don't want to encourage any hate toward these individuals, right? We don't want to see any hate, all right? We have so much hate in this country. It's out of control. It really is. It really is. It's completely out of control, all right? So, speaking about that, speaking about September 11th, obviously, it's a difficult day for me because it was just about a year after I lost my mom due to a very rapidly growing reoccurrence of breast cancer. So, yeah, it's 23 years ago, but it will always be a difficult day. Well, the day I lost my mom as well as September 11th. A very difficult time, beginning of September. Always very hard for me, all right? Um, so, I don't agree with Trump. I don't support Trump. I hope he loses the election. But those people have a right to be out there and do what they do. That has not changed. That's their right to do that. I may not agree with them, but it is their right. It is their right to express themselves. I feel it was wrong to put those flags. Yeah, of course I did. Maybe I should have just gone over to them instead. Please, I should have maybe done that instead of maybe taking a video, all right, or taking a picture. I was so disgusted at the time. Here goes another ambulance. I hope that person is okay. So, there's so many accidents. People just drive like they're not even letting the ambulance go out of the way. Oh, that's the fire siren. Oh, okay. That's the fire horn. So something's happened. Again, another accident or another person in distress. We're all people here. And September 11th was horrible on a lot of us. And I'm somebody who takes it seriously. Do I think everything should be shut down? No, but I think it should be a federal holiday where it's a federal holiday. No stock trading, no post, no mail delivery, that kind of stuff. That's my opinion on it anyway. And here we are standing next to it. My hands don't get all sticky, leaning on this tree here to keep my phone steady. But anyway, we're going to talk about the next thing we're going to talk about is crime, and it's gotten really bad. So I'm going to include in this video a story from News 12. There was a deadly shooting in my old neighborhood, North Wantagh, a place that I always thought that was safe, a place that I thought that something like that could never ever happen. And sure enough, and I know this phone's really got very bad low light performance. This video may be very dark. But we're going to play this clip from News 12, and I'll react to it. So let's get to the story of what happened in my old neighborhood where I grew up, where I never thought anything like this could happen. They said an Amityville man was found with a gunshot wound in Wantagh on Wayside Lane. The minute I heard Wayside Lane, I'm like, wait a minute. That's the W section. That's where I grew up, is the W section. It's Levitt Houses, Wantagh zip code, Levittown School District, considered North Wantagh. So we're going to play the story and listen to what the people who live there are saying is happening in the neighborhood, and I'm just shocked.
And tonight, the search for answers. A man was found dead on a Wantagh street. Neighbors are extremely concerned. And News 12's Cecilia Dowd has been on the scene all day. Cecilia, you spoke with the man who says that they found the victim.
I did, Antoinette, and neighbors here say they are unsettled by this. Now, it was here on Wayside Lane just after midnight when that resident who was coming home said he made that disturbing discovery. The body was found just outside the home behind me, not far from Sand Hill Road.
Yep, Sand Hill Road, my old neighborhood.
I came closer and I saw just legs out in the street. I knew something bad happened.
Cops say a 32-year-old Amityville man was found shot to death on this Wantagh street. Kevin Purcell says he found the body around 12:15 in the morning.
It's unsettling. I have 3 kids here. There's little kids all over this block. I mean, we can't have this happening.
It's extremely scary. It's very scary. Like I keep saying, if I was here a couple minutes earlier, I probably would have.
So even in the enclaves, they're dealing with some of the crime. And of all the enclaves, I always thought the neighborhood I grew up in, something like this could never happen there.
Right into it. I literally have not slept.
Some residents say they heard gunfire.
I always hear cars on the parkway. So I just thought it was a car with the engine being loud. So I didn't really think much of it, but I have a small dog and she was barking constantly.
I was watching the debate. And I thought it was just one of those cars that backfire all the time.
Some neighbors say in the past there have been problems here.
Every once in a while we see deals on this block. We see drug deals happening. The only
Drug deals. It's unbelievable.
conclusion I can come up with is that because this street is a little bit hidden and the Parkway entrance is right there, if they do a deal and they see somebody that's going to call the cops or something, they're gone in 2 seconds.
So far, no word of an arrest, and we do not know the identity of the victim. Reporting from Wantagh, Cecilia Dowd, News 12 Long Island.
So this happened right over here, Wayside Lane, which is right over here. You can see the Parkway is right over here. I mean, this is my neighborhood. This is where I grew up. It's like a 5-minute walk from where I grew up when I was a kid. Most of my teen years and my I was in this neighborhood, and I never thought that anything like this could ever happen there. It just goes to show you how bad the crime is getting. And again, it's right by the Parkway, so I'm guessing they felt that they could just pull in here and do what they had to do. A drug deal, probably drug deal gone wrong. But somebody was shot to death here, a murder in this neighborhood. I'm shocked. It just goes to show you that absolutely nowhere on Long Island is safe from this kind of nonsense. Some areas may have it worse, obviously. I still think the middle of the island definitely getting it worse. But it could happen anywhere. I'm just shocked. So, yeah, the Parkway is right over here. And so they probably do these drug deals and they get right on the Parkway and go back to Hempstead or Amityville. The Parkway's right here. So, very, very, very disturbing. I never would imagine anything like this ever happening in my old neighborhood of North Wantagh. I'm just shocked. So, yeah, that's my old neighborhood where I grew up in. A shooting occurred there. Those are our first responders there, right? Those are the people that gave their lives on September 11th, all right? They ran to those towers, and a lot of them didn't make it out, all right? But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, it just goes to show you the crime issues on Long Island are getting, maybe I look better if I lean it this way. The crime issues on Long Island are getting out of hand, and nowhere is safe. You know, we've had crime on the South Shore too. It's spreading across the whole island. A lot of it has to do with the governor's policies on criminals, obviously, the dysfunction of our state being a sanctuary city and all that other stuff, all right? Crime's out of control. Nowhere is safe. I don't know what happened down there, but the crime is out of control. It's getting worse. I think Luke Blakeman's doing a horrible job. This is because criminals are not in jail. They're not in jail like they should be. Criminals should be in jail. That's where criminals belong. And illegals need to be deported, all right? And no, the Democrats are not going to make that happen. But I don't think Trump would either. That's just the thing of it. He said he would in the first term. That's why I voted for him the first time, and he didn't. So, look, we're not going to agree on it, all right? But one thing that agrees is that we are in trouble. We have a country, and I'm really worried about our future here. I'm scared that there's going to be a lot of violence. Either way. But if Trump loses, I'm scared there's going to be another insurrection. It's going to be worse than the last time. That's the bad one. I don't know what's going on. Kind of ironic that we have all these sirens going off in this video here. But we are in trouble. There's such division and hatred in this country. And we need a lot more love right now, all right? We are in some serious trouble. I know the light's going on me here, and this phone is absolutely terrible in low light, by the way. So if the video's dark, there's nothing I can do about it. But we've got to come together, all right, and accept the results of the election. I guess that's my main message here. No matter who wins, all right. And I'm worried. Donald Trump said he won't. He didn't the last time. We have to accept the results of the election, no matter who wins, right? We have elections in this country. That's how we decide how our next president's going to be. Not with violence, not with intimidation, not with bullying. We vote. That's the way we do things in this country, all right? And we have to accept whoever wins. And, if Donald Trump wins, I don't want to live in any other country, even though I'm worried about what's going to happen if he does win. This is my home, the United States. I don't want to live anywhere else. The same thing goes for Long Island. I can't imagine living anywhere else. I don't want to wind up having to go live in New Jersey. But I do have to get out of that apartment. Look, I'm willing to accept that I may have to go and live somewhere else in Mineola, and that's okay. But doesn't have to be the South Shore anymore. It really doesn't. Because it's everywhere. Yeah, it is. It does feel like it's happier here. There's more life here. Things are better taken care of. But if you're worried about crime, that can happen anywhere. It's more of the depression aspect of it and the fact that I need to be around, more liveliness, I guess. But most of it, like I said, stems from the apartment. The fact that I can't get fresh air. It's so hot there. And I got woken up at 6 in the morning with a smoke alarm today. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm dealing with where I'm living. But I'm trying to get this person shot now. See, the light is kind of going away here. So I'm going to wrap up this video here before it's completely dark, because again, this phone is terrible. Absolutely terrible low light performance. Samsung A11 is completely functionally obsolete. I got to get rid of this thing. I got to make it happen this month. But anyway, that is going to wrap things up. I hope whatever's going on over there, I hope nobody got seriously hurt. And remember, we need peace in this country. I'll get up and I'll walk here. But we need peace. We need to love each other. Respect each other, all right? Even if we disagree with people, all right? I don't hate anyone. I don't even hate Donald Trump, all right? Maybe I said that. I don't hate anyone, all right? I disagree with them, all right? We can disagree peacefully and do it with respect. Violence has no place in this country, all right? And it's true, I may have called certain demographic snobs and all those stuff, but they're still people. I mean, if they act a certain way, they have a right to their opinion. This is what makes America the country it is. That's why we're very unique. We have all kinds of people here, and we have to get along and accept each other, even if you don't agree with them, all right? Please, let's have peace this year, no matter who wins the election. And thank you for watching.